okay, we'll get into the nuts and bolts here, but I mean, some people kept badgering me asking, how did you build your smash hit song, Phantom? Festival mode, or in this case, Phantom, all capitals. I know it's the first day of October, and at the end of October was where the song was supposed to pick up the most pace. So, without further ado, we'll get to explaining to some of those people. Now, I don't want to call them simpletons, but at the same time, the song was, for the most part, a patented secret that me, myself, Tile from Ohio, built from scratch with this computer. You know, it's just a dilapidated old computer in this messy workshop. But do you, someone's trying to cut in. Oh, either way, let's get into it. First, I have to explain how the process of building Phantom first came into my mind. One night, I was on Splice.com, and I'll navigate to my Internet Explorer, just clicking through some things. Then I figured, what if I write a remix to Ride Man on Mars mode? And I had a few stems here. I was just, here's one of them. Well, two of them. You see which ones are playing, this one and this one. Had an idea to just go through the new stems I found on Splice.com and use them to write a remix of my song Smash Hit Ride Man on Mars mode that I released, I think, January 8th of this year. So that song's had a lot of time to be up for awards consideration at the Grammys. And that song itself is marvelous. So obviously a remix that's not conniving, that's not a rehash, that sounds glorious was what we were after. So here were what some of the samples sounded like, and we'll turn them on right now. Preface to say, I was also working on some parts on a music composition app that I have on my laptop. It's a free app called MuseScore. Let me minimize all this. It's right here. It's called MuseScore 3. It's free to have. I use it to compose other songs and parts for a lot of the songs that I released recently, like in the past year. But yeah, where we went with MuseScore is I wrote out the pipe organ solo for Phantom on MuseScore, and you can see it in its PDF format here. I could open that for you. I also wrote a subsequent string part for it. This is the PDF of it, and you could sense this is what it's supposed to sound like. I open up the string part because somewhere along the line I might not have saved the piano part as just a MuseScore file. But either way, I have it saved for violin because I also wrote out the solo for violin. Here it is for violin. And it takes a while to open. Let's try it this way. Here it is for violin. Will it play? That's much better. And obviously this isn't the right tempo, but to write it for organ, all you do is copy paste all this, a new file, new, insert pipe organ as an instrument, put it in, left them right hand on the pipe organ song. And I originally wrote it for a pipe organ. The song's in a very interesting key. I think it's in D flat minor. Let's just double check on that. Yeah, no, D sharp minor. It says right here, D sharp minor. And the original beats per minute is 132. But yeah, I'll preface to say, oh, let's just do this. Select all of it, if I can. Actually, I won't do that right now, but I wanted to copy and paste to demonstrate how to change that to a pipe organ. But either way, from there, we took the pipe organ solo that I wrote out. Those were the notation to it, and obviously D sharp minor. Starts right here on the song. You can isolate it for you, and you can listen to some of it. And as you can see, the first two choruses of the pipe organ solo are down the octave. Where the song really picks up pace is in the third to fifth chorus, fifth chorus being its finale. Where it switches up the octave is probably, definitely here somewhere. I think here. Let's unmute this. And if we start right here. And so on and so forth. So, where you combine the beginning of the song, which are the samples from Splice.com, with the pipe organ solo, and then build through the middle and ending section. That's how you build the song. I don't want to give away too much of how I designed it from that point, but we could show you some of the samples I used. Those were all located on Splice.com for the most part. Some of them I used from other projects before, but most of them were brand new and specific to this project. It was more than just the 8 that were on Splice.com when I navigated over there with my web browser a few minutes ago. There were numerous other samples that we used to compose this song. So let's just start from the beginning. Go. as you can see, that's the beginning section of the song. Showed you early what we used to compose the beginning section. Sounds sort of like this. But you have to compose, pick where the parts enter and exit to build suspense before you start the pipe organ solo. So let's pause this and we'll go in and show you a little bit how my left arm's getting tired because I'm holding my cell phone with my left arm only. Basically, if you could see this at the beginning, these are all the spots to enter. The earliest in the song, right here is what starts at the very beginning. Now these other parts enter later and give the song its atmosphere, including these spots, which if you think it through, you might have heard this on another song of mine. I'll give you a hint. Starts with an R and ends with a eyed man on Mars mode. And yeah, we did copy paste that over from that song, change the tempo, change the pitch so that they were at the same tempo and pitch of the song. Cool trick I use, like the echo right after the orchestra stops playing before the pipe organ solo is right here. That little echo is right here. I just made that using standard reverb. Just toss it in. And what the echo sounds like by itself. And just let that hang over the end, just to make sort of a cadence or a musical moment before the pipe organ starts playing. And you could see those parts re-enter later in the song. All of these parts towards the beginning, we enter, climaxing at the first downbeat, which, I mean, well, here's a pipe organ solo. Start right here. Actually, let's try just these two.